What's up, homie?
Hey, boys.
DK, what up, though?
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm good. Look like the sun is shining over there.
It is. It's cold, but it's still bright out. It's really bright out.
You need to get out here with us. It's like 70 degrees out here. We live in that life right now.
You guys have button ups though. Button ups and hoodies don't exactly give me the impression.
Yesterday I wore a short sleeve, and I think I was fine in the world, but I forgot in the studio.
Yeah, it's the temperatures are different in here, and there's really no in between. You either are really cold, and I prefer to be a little chilly while we do the shows, or you're sitting in the mouth of hell. There really isn't like this is a comfortable temperature. It's nice. It's good. That doesn't exist in this room. You're either really cold or it's sweltering. So we're not always dressed for the elements outside as much as we are for inside.
Yeah,
that's good to know. That's how it is for me on my show too. It'll be like 95 degrees outside in August, and I'll come in with a jacket on because the AC in the studio is like set at 65.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can't wear shorts, can't wear tees, can't wear tank tops. I want to parlay, show my collarbone a little bit, and it's like just not happening.
Bone, yeah, nothing sexier than a collarbone. Yeah, KC got adventurous. What we're rocking the
I said
rocking the t-shirt. Yes,
I got a little too excited for the sun to come out and had short sleeves on yesterday. I said, well, wait a minute, let me not do that today.
What do you think about the Western Conference playoff race? We didn't even talk. The Pelicans are like the Pelicans and the Clippers.
To tell everybody, I'm trying to say.
Well, that brings
2 weeks early, boys. You guys know it was on the heat check, and then just like I'm starting to think that it's like one of the early dominoes.
So look, Kyle Madsen, shout out to our guy on the Insiders. He said yesterday, I think, he said, as in looking in the Kings' perspective, he said, I got my eye on the Clippers. He said, I think they could catch them. They're 3 games back right now, I think, of the Clippers. And obviously the Kings have to get into the damn playoffs before they think about catching anybody. But he said it. He's like, yo, don't sleep on Kings catching the Clippers. I guess, the Kings are in second place right now in the Pacific.
Folks, you have no idea how big that would be for my wallet. I'm hanging on.
You did it again?
Yeah, I had Magic Kings parlay division winner 71-1.
Wow. Wow.
So I thought that bet was all the way dead, but now the Clippers are. I'm hoping. I'm just going to keep that bet slip, my eye on it. Not going to say a lot about it. I'm not going to put that negative energy out into the world, which will surely mush it. But if the Kings were to win the division 2 years in a row, I would be feeling really, really good. I think there's about a G coming off of that.
Ooh. Dinner on Trysta.
Man.
Yep, dinner on me. Dinner on me. We got to get in the playoffs, though. And we got to get a playoff matchup that's good for us as a crew. You know what I mean? Because I'm coming.
What would
Don't beat the whistle.
Yeah, I only blew the whistle because you started laughing like that.
No, because you looked.
I didn't do anything. I was waiting to see what you were gonna say. Jesse threw the flag like it's out of my control now. I think you influenced.
No, you pushed it. I saw you push it. That was you.
I was influenced by the player who's flopping on the ground over there.
The player.
I'm as bad as an NBA official over here.
So what will be best though? That's 6. I mean, it's not really a good one for you. I mean, it's all Midwest and California. It'd be like OKC, Kings, Minnesota.
Because you went to the whole series last year, right? Obviously, it was convenient.
4 games. Was it 4 games? It was just the first 4.
Yeah, you definitely weren't here for 7. So yeah.
No, I was not. Unfortunately.
So what would be the best? Maybe Denver? Would that be easy on you?
Denver would be better because I'd be already out there. It'd be a nice little. One of the LA teams would be cool too. Wouldn't mind that. That'd be just in state. Yeah. Clippers Kings would be kind of fun, actually.
That'd be a lot of fun. That'd be a lot of fun. I mean,
Yeah, as long as the Clippers continue to free fall.
I don't know if I want to play
great.
the Clippers, but it'd be fun to have them. You know what? There'll be some Kings fans at Staples or Crypto.
Oh yeah, the wall ain't in effect yet.
No, they would come through there.
Yeah, they'd be out there.
Yeah,
they'd be out there. Yeah, you called the Pelicans a while ago. Actually, you and KC both did call the Pelicans a while ago, and it feels like, man, they're a game back for those who aren't paying attention. And I feel like everybody is. They're a game back from the Clippers right now in 4. It feels like that's the furthest anyone could move up. Everything is going to shake out like with Oklahoma City, Minnesota, and Denver. What did you think of Ant-Man's dunk last night?
Oh,
well, I mean, I watched it probably 5-6 times in a row. He didn't look like it was. I don't know how he dislocated his finger because it didn't look like he actually grabbed the rim.
No, he didn't. I think he jammed it into John Collins's head.
Yeah,
I think that's what happened.
It was on the left hand on top of that.
That's why poor John Collins is on the ground holding his head, is because Anthony Edwards caught him on the way up.
Oh, just a body. I love Ant-Man. I was talking about this earlier with a friend of mine, and he's like, I would think he would normally love somebody like Ant-Man, but he's just feeling like he's too inconsistent. I think Ant-Man's a great leader. One of the best two-way players in the league. Mm-hmm. One of the, probably highly media trained, but you could not tell it at all. It'd be like if they tried to give me media training.
No, I don't even think he's media trained. I think he's just naturally charismatic. And he's probably not media trained. That's why.
Did you see the clip? Did you see the clip of him watching the video?
Well, was that? I can't remember. Was that live?
It couldn't have been live. It could not have been live.
I was like, whoa.
And you know, there's a certain demographic of people that really don't know how to act when someone says that word. But my first thought was, where is he on the air? Ant-Man, you can't say that.
See, I don't know. But see, and then Ant-Man didn't even give you like, oh, my bad.
No.
He was just like, yo,
so that
boy.
That's why I feel like he wasn't on the air, but the guy with the microphone was treating it like he was on the air.
Yo,
oh my God. Trysta, I hope he didn't say that.
Your thoughts, because I sound like a broken record. I always bring this up after he does something spectacular. I say, there's always a lot of talk about who's next behind Steph and LeBron, face of the league, all this other stuff. I said, it's Ant-Man's if he wants it.
If he wants it,
he's yeah.
He's because if you look at all of the things that make like a player be the face of the league, that charisma, right? Mm-hmm. That unabashed authenticity, that level of fun that he has, anything could be going on with them. And he's in the heat of the moment, but he's smiling from ear to ear. The joy that Ant-Man plays with, I think that's highly infectious. He goes to France to work out with Rudy in the offseason to try to ingratiate him into the team. That's leadership. But his highlights obviously make him that's the foundation of becoming the face of the league, is your performance on the court. But it's everything off the court that Anthony Edwards does that I think that gives him the opportunity to be that dude that's next, especially considering that the other player that's probably going to be in contention for that is going to be Wemby. And I don't know. I'm not sure. You guys have to tell me what you think. Do you think Adam Silver wants to make the face of the NBA a Euro?
I mean, I don't think he. So here's the funny thing. I don't think he does. Somebody had a tweet, or they had a tweet, but I saw it on Instagram. And I don't. You guys tell me this. I'll reverse the question on you. Reverse Uno card. You know what I mean? Do you think Adam Silver is 100% comfortable with pushing Anthony Edwards right now?
No.
After Ja? No.
No.
So that I say that to say he might not have a choice as far as who he wants to push with. He's probably a little more secure with Wemby, but like Iverson, so like all these other guys, the NBA streets will tell you who they want. They want Anthony Edwards.
It's not Adam. It was David Stern. But was Yao ever the face of the league?
No, I think they tried though. Because he
they
understood what it was.
I mean, and he was very important to the NBA's bottom line.
Mhm.
But is that the effect Wemby could have? Like he has kind of the Yao Ming effect on
absolutely.
Certainly internationally, Wemby will be impactful. And I know what you're saying too, in terms of like why Adam Silver wouldn't be comfortable with Ant. And I think that's because he's a wild card. You saw it last night where we're talking about on that broadcast. He even like after the game was, signing autographs for little kids. And you're like, I don't know what he's going to say to them. Who knows, And that's what makes him special, right?
Yeah,
we love him.
That's why we love him. Because you don't know. He is authentic. And it's not like he's not going to give you this corporate answer all the time. Like he's just going to say what to a certain degree. I don't mean to toot our own horn, but that's why they love this show. Because we're not just a typical radio show. Trysta gets on, not just a typical, well, tell me what you think about da-da-da-da. No, sometimes we just going to talk. And that's what Ant-Man does in real life in the NBA. He just kind of talks sometimes.
And that works.
What do you guys think about that? I don't want to get too much into the media business again. We did that last week. And the soup, by the way, Chatty House came out tremendous. Came out tremendous. The gnocchi, we put gnocchi into it to make it a little more substantial.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the soup. Yeah, soup came out. The Chatty House was asking how it came out. Multiple layers of flavor there.
Like that.
Multiple layers of flavor. Anyway, back to the question that I had for you. Let's not get too deep into it. But what do you guys think about the LeBron James JJ Redick podcast that has arrived?
I haven't listened to it. I haven't listened to it yet. Yeah, I've seen the clips.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really interesting that LeBron is doing this right now.
I thought the same thing. It was like
why? Yeah,
just wait a little.
Yeah, well,
why in March to start a show, like a March release?
Right. Yeah, just wait a
It's
little.
his latest strike against Darvingham. He's just like, I'm so sick of Darvingham. I'm gonna do a podcast with JJ Redick. And I was also confused by that. Like, why is he partnering with JJ Redick? Not that JJ's bad at this. Like, when he's not on ESPN, I don't think he is. Like, I think ESPN kind of messed up his brain a little bit. But I was still like, why?
Also, I think that like I don't think anybody needs more like sideline out of bounds analytics. Like, I really don't. I don't need you guys to have a notebook that I can't see. And you guys are drawing out these plays that like only you two can see. I don't know what's going on over there, but you're talking about things that are just for you two. And then you're just like putting it out to the world and then just giving some takes about Steph and Allen Iverson along the way. I think it's just kind of like, why isn't it just more old man in the three? Why isn't it just like a regular guest on Old Man in the
This
Three?
doesn't sound interesting at all. Like what you just said does not sound interesting.
And the other thing I thought about, like, if they want to do all that, they could do it like a detailed situation, like Kobe had the detailed on ESPN. You could do that and really like get into the video component of it and breaking down, the telestrator and stuff. That's cool. But even then, I don't always want to watch that or listen to it. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah, those aren't entertaining. Like, that's homework.
Yeah,
it's informative, but like I never thought the Kobe Payton stuff, I never thought that was entertaining. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Huh. Okay, I'll watch a episode. I'm not gonna binge watch Kobe breaking down film.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna binge watch LeBron or binge listen to LeBron James and JJ Redick talking about it.
This isn't gonna be the shop, and I think the shop is good. I like the shop. Yeah. I like more of the shop than this. But I'm also not hating on it. Like, it's fine. Like, it can exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I'm not interested or I don't want to do it, like, it doesn't mean it doesn't have to exist. You can go out there and do what you want. Like, fine. I still got the shop if I want to listen to the shop or Old Man. And I guess he's still doing Old Man and 3. I don't know. But that's still there if I want that. But if I want something extra or something different, I can go to that. So it can exist.
Episode number 2 will be all about Tyrese Haliburton, I'm sure.
No, I ain't gonna do that to my man. I ain't gonna do that to him. Like,
Well,
we
no,
had-
you allowed to point out that he's not playing well.
Yeah, you see his presser recently?
I did.
He basically was saying, this is the worst basketball I've ever played in my life. I know I'm playing terrible, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on right now.
And that's
weird.
okay. Like it's all right to have a bad stretch of basketball.
Yeah.
It's just when our guy out here had a bad stretch of basketball, y'all hoes couldn't wait to write about it. Y'all couldn't wait to talk about it.
You think people are just
Absolutely.
you think it's just people are just mums the word on Tyrese? You think people are just
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That
Yes.
bad?
Because they were
Yes.
so over the top 3 months ago.
They
They
can't
can't run that
they
back.
can't rationally cover him,
Mm.
which is why they take shots at De'Aaron Fox. I'm convinced it's why they take shots at Domantas Sabonis, and it's why they shut the hell up when Tyrese isn't playing well.
What's the reason? What's the motive of it, though?
We don't know where
I
the
don't
love
know.
originated from.
Right.
Tyrese was here. Y'all didn't say nothing about him. Other than, hey, I think the kid's good. That was the extent of the Tyrese Haliburton conversation. Oh, that kid in Sacramento might be good. That was it. Then he got traded. He was the greatest player that ever lived.
All these people will tell you there's not like some personal thing with Sacramento or nothing like that. It sure feels like it. It sure feels like, whether it's, do you think the franchise is a joke? Maybe when, and this is, people are human beings, because from what I hear, I don't know, it doesn't happen to me because I'm here, but people will tell you, if like a Kevin O'Connell, you know what I mean? He'll tell you,
Connor.
I say some.
No, we don't call him by
Yeah,
his real name
whatever.
here.
Oh, all right, I'm with it. All right, I'm with it. I'm on.
You say O'Connell?
Kevin O'Con, man.
Kevin O'Connell will tell you that when he says something bad about the Kings, they be on his head, right? So maybe this is like one of those fan bases where subconsciously, because you said something bad about the Kings, you're always kind of on the defensive, and you're always looking to like get your joke back, get your look back on the Kings. Maybe, and I'm not even accusing somebody, but
you guys did
maybe
come after
that's
my co-host pretty hard too. Yeah, he's still licking his wounds over it.
Yeah, that's because he was a pompous jackass. That's why we came after him the way he did. He didn't just hit us with the, oh man, I got this wrong. He did the, hello, Sacramento. I understand you guys are excited about being playoff. It's like, no, you condescending little clown. Get out.
We didn't like that either.
Yeah, get out of my face.
We didn't like that. You thought you were doing a good thing, talking about, hey, give it. No, actually, it pissed us off even more.
Yeah, get Trysta's bags and sit your stupid ass down.
Let me ask you guys a question. A conspiracy theorist in me. Do you think purple is a serious color?
Never thought about that.
You think that you're being slandered because your colors are purple?
The Ravens are.
I mean, I was going to say the Ravens are.
That's the only one I could think of. Well, people, because they were loving the Jazz for a month and a half last year.
That's true.
But they also went to white, black, and yellow.
They did. I think there's
ignore Prince's association with purple.
How do we feel about the Vikings?
Never really. I don't really have feelings about the Vikings.
I don't either. No. But it's worth
we
thinking
do make
about.
jokes about Kirk Cousins.
What color are the Lakers?
Well, there you go.
That's true. But then there's the gold. The gold. Like royalty.
Boy. we are reaching right here. Oh my goodness. Now it's the color of the team that's just thrown everything off.
I don't
know
get
why
it.
they hate this city or this team. I don't know.
Or
why.
they don't like it's not. I wouldn't even say
Sacramento.
hate. They just don't take it. They don't respect it and take it seriously. I don't know why they don't cover the Kings like everybody else. I just don't know why.
It is a little late. It is a little lazy, I think. It's just easy because for so many years it's been the same, right? The narrative has been, the facts have been similar. So you can kind of like, out of all the teams, just kind of like punch the ticket for a long time into what the Kings would be. And obviously it's extremely different now. And people weren't getting the memo, like, hey, there's been a regime change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've got like an organization going in a direction differently now. Like you have to tune in. You actually have to like watch these games. But I find Sacramento, as you guys know, not just because I've come on with you, but I find Sacramento, the city, to be like extremely underrated city. Beautiful. Walk around, you're like, oh, there's orange trees everywhere. Smells good, mostly. And
if you make the trip on the right day, you actually have lights at your Airbnb. It's big time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I mean, it's very centrally located in multiple areas that are very destination-esque. LA, we know Kenny goes to LA, I'm sure, all the time. Just a quick little jaunt.
I like LA.
Okay, Lake Show. You're real close to San Francisco. You're close to Tahoe. You can get a little ski on. You can get your little snowboard on. Close to Portland. Close to Seattle. Close to the water.
I don't know what it is.
I like all of those places. I'm not going to any of those places, and I still like it in Sacramento.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ski nor snowboard.
Well, look, and we're ignoring the fundamental flaw here. The players they have are good.
Oh.
What's wrong with saying, you know what, Sabonis is? This guy's got 50 straight double-doubles. Only 8 players in the league history have been able to do something like that. He's pretty good. I know he had a subpar series in the playoffs, but damn, he's pretty good.
And y'all have spent 3 years drooling over a player who does the exact same thing Domas does at a slightly higher level.
Trysta.
Also, why is everybody acting like Indiana should be a destination?
Yeah, I don't know who's acting like that.
A destination
I think we learned it.
I
was going to say, I think we learned at the All-Star game. It is not a destination. Indiana may have ended Midwest All-Star games for a long time.
There's a lot of talk and chatter like Tyrese Haliburton on this team has made the Pacers a free agent destination.
And part 2 of that is Pascal Siakam's impending contract has ended any potential free agent signing. What are you idiots talking about?
They
got $1 to spend.
Yeah, they're done as far as moves being made. Like they made it when they got Pascal.
That was it.
They
did it. Salute. They did it.
They need someone else, that's for sure.
They better find someone on a bargain. And I know who they can't have. They can't have Malik Monk because Malik, I don't know if you got a chance to see overtime last night. Malik just decided with about a minute left in the fourth quarter, the Kings weren't going to lose to the Memphis Grizzlies. And he took an offensive rebound to the basket to tie the game. And in overtime, just cut loose. He has clearly established himself as this team's third best player.
Oh, so is he, what do you think he gets out on the open market? I know I posted this on Twitter. People got very mad because they want everybody to be very mum on Malik, but just between you, me, and the lamppost, you know.
What were they saying? What were they saying to you on that? I saw the tweet, but I didn't go through the comments. What were other fan bases saying about Malik? Like what he might get?
It was mostly Sacramento fans like, please don't bring this up right now.
I'll tell you, we be jumping people, man. It's true. The truth is our own, and we just be jumping people.
Like, what are you doing? D-Lo, Casey, let her know. We're not supposed to talk about Malik right now. Like, nobody should know about him.
First rule of Malik Monk free agency is to not discuss Malik Monk free agency. It's hard to imagine him not getting an offer in the vicinity of $20 million from someone.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if he got, 4 offers outside of Sacramento or 3 offers outside of Sacramento, I feel like they're all ranging between $19 and $21 million.
I think that's the right range.
As someone who is certainly not a Sacramento Kings cap expert, how much do we have to pay him?
Well, it's not the cap. That's the problem. It's the fact that he signed a 2-year contract when we signed him a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. And so there's a max that he can be offered because of that structure. And I think it's like 17 and a half is where it starts. And then you can have the increments raised after that. But I don't think Sacramento can start above 17 and a half.
Wow. Let De'Aaron.
And that's why Kings fans are terrifying. That's why Kings fans are terrified and want you to shut up. They want
get
us to stop talking. They want us to act like that Malik is on a 10-year deal right now and he's not going anywhere.
Or that he's just not doing the things that he's doing on a night-to-night basis. Let's just
no
not even.
general manager around the league is seeing this at
Well,
all.
maybe not.
Well, we know no media is seeing it.
He is leading the race, though, in terms of sixth man of the year. I think he's a pretty heavy favorite now. It was minus 130 when we started talking about it a few weeks ago. I don't know what it is now, but I'm sure it's like minus 200, minus 250, which means you have to pay $250 to get $100 back, which is, pretty heavy favorite for a guy kind of who was not in the discussion in the beginning of the year.
It's one of the he's in the area of where De'Aaron was last year with the Clutch Player of the Year award. Like, if he's not winning it at this point, just get rid of the award.
Would you guys like to see the soup?
Absolutely.
Yes, of course. Oh, you have a bowl right in front of you.
What's it? Okay.
So those little say what those
again?
things are called again.
I'll like put you guys up on game. Gnocchi.
And they're like, it's like a potato pasta, right?
Yeah. It's like a little cloud of pasta. Yeah, it's perfect.
It's fire. It's incredible. Nah, it's incredible.
Good,
yeah, it's legit.
Yeah. You make it separately, throw it into the pre-made soup, heat it up.
Is that's the same soup from last week?
I made a gang of it. I made like 8 cups, 10 cups. I wasn't eating it every day. We got a little hot streak too during the weekend. So I don't eat soup when it gets hotter than 65, 70 degrees out. Can't do that.
No, that's perfectly fair. Soup is a cold weather food.
Do you like Chipotle?
Chipotle, baby girl, Chipotle. I love Chipotle.
She
the Delonte West. She caught that oop right there.
The Kentucky connection right here.
Yes.
Krick and Caraway.
Put it on a shirt.
It's beautiful. Absolutely.
What you? We got a couple minutes. The tournament, man. What you seeing?
Baby.
I got UConn, Houston final. I got Houston winning it all. They scared me with what happened in the Big 12 championship game, but I think they're going to win it all.
You should be scared. Houston's obviously banged up. We know what Houston, the blueprint is to beat them, right? The problem with Houston is that they just take so many tough shots. They have to take them. They're one of the worst 2-point field goal percentage teams, one of the worst in terms of three-point field goal percentage, one of the worst in terms of free throw percentage, and they're, the number 2 team in the country. That's tough. Obviously, best defense in all of college basketball. That's going to lead the way. But the problem is, I think UConn's I think they're a monster. This region that they've given them is, I call it the prison yard region. It's like everybody's out with their shivs, ready to stab each other in the yard. Like it's rough and tumble. It's a lot of like really good teams. You're talking about the Big Ten title, the tournament title winner, a Big 12 tournament title winner, the SEC tournament title winner, 2 teams that went to the Final Four, 1 team that they played in the national title. You're talking about a Mountain West Conference winner. So, I mean, you've just got team after team that they have to go out and play. FAU's not the same team as they were last year, but I think UConn, if they can get past their region, which I think that they will, and it's going to be a tough slog, playing Auburn in the round of, I think, either 32 or 16 is a really hard matchup. Auburn plays great defense, and they can score. But UConn doesn't miss shots. I took them 11-1 to win it all probably a month and a half ago, maybe. They were 20-1 somewhat early in the season, and I couldn't believe they weren't getting as much love. Stephon Castle, he's a freshman. He's really good. He's nice. He's a good bucket getter. You still have this kid, Alex Caravan. You still have Donovan Clingan, who played alongside Sonogo in the post last year. He comes in. He's now the guy. They've got this kid, Sampson, that comes in when Clingan's not playing well. So they're deep. They hit shots. They can go on these crazy runs. They can play low-scoring games. They can play high-scoring games. I think they're the most versatile team. I mean, that's the reason that they're 4-1 to win it all, and to repeat is obviously extremely hard. But most of that team Tristan Newton as well is back. Like most of that collective team is still back. I think they're even better than they were last year. And they beat teams. They smacked the snot out of teams last year. Beat every team by an average of 17 or more. Every team along the way. They're buzzsaw.
Aren't they a little rough defensively?
I think overall their defensive rating's pretty good. Let me see what it is. Yeah, they're 11th in the country on defense, and they're number 1 in the country offense.
That's a hell of a coach. Number 1 and number 11, you said?
Yeah.
Defense.
Yeah, number 1 in offense, number 11 in defense, number 4 in the country in holding like total effective field goal percentage on D, holding teams to 45% from the field. Really good in terms of like twos. They're not great at contesting three. That's really their thing. Great blocking team. Offensively, they're a nightmare. 126.6 offensive rating, best in the business.
Goodness gracious.
Man, we gotta shake it. But next week you can talk about how my Duke Blue Devils went on the women's side.
That's very good.
That's my
no,
team.
That's good. No,
I got.
good.
Don't do that. You know I got.
No,
love
that's
for
good.
The Duke Blue Devils on the women's side.
Nice little baby face turn right there.
I just like the other teams too.
No, it's good. Is anyone beating South Carolina? There's no point in going to break. I think we've already messed that up. So
blow past it. You know, I think they're beatable. We saw Tennessee take them to the brink. I think all these teams are beatable. I think that there's less dominance than there was last year, and we got chaos last year. It's going to be fascinating to see how the matchups play out. I think that's key. I like what USC is doing down the stretch with Juju. Ohio State is playing really good basketball. Don't forget, Nebraska took Iowa to the brink as well. They were up 11 at halftime. There's a lot of good teams in women's hoops. I think it's just all about, you know, how you see these brackets shaking out. But man, I think Don Staley's the best, hands down, in terms of those top 4 teams, and has them playing really well. So not nearly as deep as they were last year. Obviously, you know, you lose the best player in all of basketball, the number 1 overall pick in Aaliyah Boston. I think it's going to be tough to replace her, right? So
they still haven't lost. All that being said,
I may or may not have a South Carolina LSU national championship game.
Iowa's tough too. If you're a betting person, 6-1 for Iowa isn't horrible. The problem with Iowa is they just don't have a lot of other gals outside of Caitlin. They've got some shooters that can stand in the corner and wait for her to get them the rock. But defensively, they're a little rough, and they don't have anyone inside. They had that chick, I forget her name. She was a big girl. She ended up graduating last year, and they didn't find anyone to replace her. So they get banged pretty hard down low.
Just gonna let that out there. Do you need to go to work? Do you need to eat your soup and go to work?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Okay. Eat your soup and go to work. We love you. Thank you.
Love you back.
No, that it looks fire. No, it looks good. It's way too warm for that out here, but that looks tremendous.
Maybe the winter, I'll cook for you guys. We can have a little soiree.
I'm with it.
After the Kings win the division, we're going to eat. We're going to get steak.
Yeah, you're picking up the tab. This is absolutely happening.
I'm in it. You know, I'll put it on the little Concur expense report, and we'll just see how it shakes out.
Absolutely, yeah. Let us try that. We'll get called into a 10-person meeting. Trysta does it. Oh, it's no problem. Love you back, TK.
All right, see y'all.